Welcome cinephiles, cineists, and LaserDisc collectors of YouTube. I'm Bill Robertson, and I'm going to review another one of my LaserDiscs. Tonight, I watched The Beatles, A Hard Day's Night.
It's been a hard day's night, and I've been working like a dog. It's been a hard day's night, I should be sleeping like a log.
Never seen this movie before. I think I've seen Yellow Submarine and bits and pieces of their movies over the years, but never A Hard Day's Night. And the only one that I've ever seen all the way through is Yellow Submarine. Just a couple years ago I saw that. It was a really trippy, weird movie. It was cool, but it was really trippy. A Hard Day's Night's, I don't know, kind of the same deal as Yellow Submarine, only it's just completely live action, all black and white. Came out in 1964. Basically, it's a big long cartoon. It reminded me of the Three Stooges, Laurel and Hardy, Abbott and Costello, Marx Brothers, Keystone Cops. It was that kind of bit all the way through. Just one gag, followed by song, followed by gag, followed by song. The LaserDisc came out in 1995. Doesn't have anything extra on it. Basically, two short paragraphs on the back about the movie and its reception, and then a song list and the chapter list, and that's it. I mean, it's a nice cover, but nothing extra. Doesn't open up. There's no extra photos or anything like that, so it's very basic. The sound quality on this LaserDisc is great. I play my LaserDisc player through a small adapter box, which I've recently learned is not ideal for picture quality, but it seems to work okay for the sound. As far as picture quality goes, I've learned that I've got to run my S-video or my composite video cables out of the back of my LaserDisc player and through a comb filter, I guess, and then maybe through an AV processor to clean it up so that when the picture makes its way through the HDMI cable and onto a high definition modern day display, it looks good. Right now it's very grainy. This movie came out in '64. No matter how I set my TV settings, I either got harsh black and white or some medium sepia colors. So all the whites were really washed out. Faces, all skin, all flesh was very, very white, almost like paper white. It was either kind of sepia white or black and white. So I didn't get a very good picture out of this. I'd love to see this in high definition to see how it cleans up. There's a Criterion Blu-ray of this available that I'd like to see that was remastered in 4K. The movie itself doesn't really have a plot. The only bit of actual film story that I would say is put in there is Ringo Starr gets a little bit of a departure. He leaves half an hour before the Beatles have to do a big show on live TV. He leaves and goes on kind of a soul-searching trip where he goes and takes photographs, gets chased, changes his clothes in a pawn shop to avoid being chased, goes into a pub, causes trouble, gets thrown out, gets arrested, ends up in jail. And then the Beatles have to come and rescue him from jail, and it's all a big Keystone Cops chase scene. And of course they get back to the studio just in time to play their concert, and all of that happened in half an hour's time and in movie time. So that was a bit surreal, but the movie was surreal. I have a good buddy of mine who's a big Beatles fan. I like the Beatles. I've never been a big fan. I couldn't tell you what songs are on which albums, the names of their albums, or anything like that. He loves them, and him and I played in bands a lot for years, and I think the Beatles are probably his favorite, and I respect their musicianship, being a musician myself, and their ability to write great songs, pop songs, their variety of songs on an album. One Beatles song rarely sounds like another. Maybe on their first album, some of their songs sounded a little bit alike, but as they progressed through the 60s and into the early 70s or whenever it was that they were done, Their songs became very varied in style, sound, composite. Like these guys really do deserve the moniker of musical genius. And it's their story's really cool too. They started really young, playing in clubs, and they had to play set after set, night after night. So they played their instruments incessantly all the time, and it shows because they had mastered the art of songwriting. The Beatles, A Hard Day's Night, LaserDisc. I'm probably gonna sell this one. I don't think I'll keep this one. So there's something else for everybody who's LaserDisc fan who's watching. So I probably will be selling the LaserDiscs that I don't want to keep as I go through my collection and watch them all. I acquired a collection a few months ago for a few $100. I got 200 LaserDiscs and a player. I'm just going through right now and watching the ones that the movies that I've never seen before. So the ones that I want to sell, I'll probably be trying to sell on eBay or something. But if anybody out there is interested in them or would like a list of the ones that I'm selling, please drop me a line and I'll let you know what I've got. But I think I'll be selling A Hard Day's Night. I'm not a big Beatles fan. The movie's cool, but it's nothing that I need to watch again. It's fun, but don't need it. Anyway, that's my latest LaserDisc review. Hope you liked it. And if you would like, share, subscribe, all those good things, I'd really appreciate it. Keep your eyes open on this channel. I'm going to be doing a new show with my buddy Russell pretty soon called Latecomer, where we talk about movie and TV that I've always been meaning to watch and finally get around to doing. We analyze these shows and movies. And if you are an amateur filmmaker yourself and you'd like me to review your film, say you make just little shorts for YouTube or Vimeo, send them my way. I'd be more than happy to review them. Once again, I'm Bill Robertson. This has been my latest LaserDisc review, and I'll see you next time.